Hello, this is Todd with Firenze Kempo Karate. So we are going to talk today about punches. And when I talk punches, I always like to start with talking about how I hold my hand. It's one of the most basic things, but I do see it done correctly or incorrectly sometimes. So when I make a fist, all I do is just close my hand, and you can see that my thumb comes on the outside of my knuckles on this side. Oftentimes I will see somebody put the thumb in here. Don't do that. Or sometimes I'll see them actually put it on top on this part. We don't want that either because we're going to typically be striking right up here and we don't want that to get in the way. So I'm going to put it down here. You can see where it is. The other thing is I always keep my wrist straight. I don't want to bend my wrist this way or this way or this way. I keep it straight. Okay? When we strike, we are always going to be striking with these larger two knuckles. Reason for that, if I hold my arm straight, you can see from these two knuckles, behind those knuckles, I go straight back up my arm, I've got my entire arm. If I were to strike with these two little knuckles, when I do that, look what's back here. There's nothing behind it, all just these little tiny bones in here. And it's common, if you strike something with these two knuckles, you're going to end up breaking one or more of these little bones back here. And it's commonly referred to as a boxer's fracture. Well, we don't want to do that, right? So we want to keep this straight. All right, so that's holding our hand, or how we hold for a punch. So let's start with uppercut punches. I always like to start with uppercut punches and move through vertical and eventually horizontal. For our practice, we're going to get down into a horse stance. Okay, remember our horse stance? And we're going to training horse stance, and we're going to chamber our arms. Whichever hand is punching, the other hand is always going to be back in a back elbow. So if I'm coming up with an uppercut, this one stays here. As I go to the other hand, the other one comes back into a back elbow. So theoretically, there's actually two strikes that are going on every time. I've got the punch, and I've got the back elbow. All right. For my uppercut, this comes straight up down the center of my body. It comes up to about my sternum. And you can see that I've got that elbow kind of locked in tight to my body, if you can see that. There you go. And it's at about a 45-degree angle. This is for something that's close in. All right, here we go. Uppercut punches. Always breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. From the side so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Uppercut punches. From there, I want to take it out to a vertical punch. And the reason I like to follow this flow is because you start with an uppercut and then you just turn it out at the last second to get into that vertical. And you can still see that my elbow is still anchored. I'm not coming way out here yet. I'm still tight in. Right? Again, you're leading or thinking about these two knuckles hitting your target. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. One more punch. That'll be our horizontal punch. Now we get to extend that. But one thing to think about when you extend it, we never want to lock this elbow. We want to keep a little bit of bend in there so that you never jam yourself here. So come straight out. Again, we're aiming for about our sternum, or about where my gi comes together. And if we were looking in a mirror, and you can see there's where we're heading with it. And I'm still getting that back elbow with the opposite hand. Horizontal, and by the way, these are horizontal thrusting punches. We were doing horizontal or uppercut thrusting uppercuts. We were doing vertical thrusting punches. These are horizontal thrusting punches. Thrusting meaning they're staying out there. If we were to turn it into a snap, it would come right back. But we're doing thrusting for now. Horizontal thrusting punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. From here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. That's your punch sequences, so you can practice out of a training horse stance. And please notice, when I'm practicing these, I'm actually getting a little winded. I'm practicing with power. Okay, if you're going to do the practice, do it with a little power. Get used to exerting that kind of energy. All right, enjoy your practice. See you soon.